Hi everyone, welcome to another commentary. I'm Who's Ready for Monster Jam, and today we are in Sam Boyd Stadium for the All-Star Challenge. Very excited today. We were in 2019 as we were in Sam Boyd Stadium with the All-Star Challenge, and I'm very excited. Very excited to be doing this commentary. I don't know if I've done a commentary on it since it happened, so it's been 5 years. I haven't watched the show very much. I still remember a lot of it, but still, really fun show. And again, we continue with the theme of doing 2019 shows, which I didn't even think about when I did this. But quite frankly, it doesn't feel like a 2019 show. This is much bigger than that. So the All-Star Challenge, for those of you who forget, there were two teams. We had Team Ice and Team Fire. 12 trucks a team. So let's meet the drivers and trucks per team. For Team Ice, we have Scott Buto in El Toro Loco Ice. I'm not going to say the ice every time. John Zimmer in Dragon. Cynthia Gauthier, Monster Dalmatian. Ryan Anderson, Son of a Digger. Neil Elliott in Max D. Cody Saucier, Monster Energy. Cam McQueen, Northern Nightmare. Todd the Duke in Monster Energy. Colvin Art in the Black Pearl. Brianna Mahan in Whiplash. John Gordon in Bad Company. And Kristen Anderson in Gravedigger. Now we have Team Fire. They're making their way onto the track right now. Let's meet their 12 drivers, being led by Tom Mentz in Max D as their team captain. They also have Barney Moosauer in Zombie, Corey Rummel in Megalodon, Adam Anderson in Gravedigger, Colton Eichelberger in Max D, Camden Murphy, Bakugan Dragonoid, Tyler Meniga, Gravedigger. Heavy D is in Brodozer, Charlie Pauken is driving Gravedigger, Jim Kohler is in Avenger, Bryce Kenny, Mohawk Warrior, and Lindsay Reed in Scooby-Doo. They're all on the floor. I am ready to go. Let's get it in. We have two competitions today. We have racing and the best trick competition. This is the Friday show, not the Saturday show, and I'm not planning on doing the Saturday show next. That's just going to happen whenever it happens. I'm not doing these back-to-back. I just felt like doing this one today. Quite frankly, it also was just what came up next in the shuffle. So let's get going. So the first competition of the day is racing, and this is a wild racing track as Charlie Pauken and Gravedigger Fire will take on Neil Elliott in Max D. This is a wild racing track. They're going to start head-to-head right in front of us, and I'll explain the track as they go. One driver, that's Gravedigger, is going to leave the stadium. He goes all the way outside as the other one remain on the inside of the stadium and go pretty much Chicago style around the track. But then this is where things get interesting. They'll both come on in, go over this jump, and then the outside truck is normally a little bit further behind because they have some ramps to deal with outside. And then the one truck that was inside goes outside, and the truck that was outside comes inside, and they do a full lap. It is a wild track. You never know who's in the lead, but that final jump always is fascinating because you know who's in the lead at that point. Here comes Neil Elliott. He has the lead. You know who's in first by who hits that jump first, but Gravedigger flying, trying to commit and win it, but he can't. Max D and Neil Elliott gets the win. Charlie Pauken did everything he could to win that race. He had to go full send, and it still didn't work, but that was a wild way for that first race to happen. Now we go to race number 2. Monster Mutt Dalmatian Ice, that's Cynthia Gauthier. Takes on Brodozer, that's Heavy D. Heavy D with that diesel-powered truck could be a bit of an advantage for him. The turbo gets that thing spooling a little bit quicker. It's got some good acceleration, and on this track, you need that acceleration a lot. He goes very slow over that first ramp, as a lot of the drivers like to do. Cynthia Gauthier now makes her way back into the stadium. Such a fun night. I remember it so fondly. If you were in attendance of this event, you know how exciting this entire event was. I'm very excited to go back through it again. Racing was fun, but again, there was so much that you didn't know. And as you see, Brodozer's got the lead. Cynthia's got to make up the ground, but she doesn't commit over the jump, so she loses the race. You've got to know where you are when you get to that jump, because sometimes you got to commit a little bit harder. Brodozer had the lead all the way, and he won the race. We continue along. Round number 1. That is Gravedigger from the Team Fire. That is Tyler Meninga. And his opponent is Colvin Art in the Black Pearl. It's hard to tell because I kind of forgot who was on what team, but that's why I've got the lineups here. Colvin Art in the Black Pearl trying to have a good lead throughout the first turn. This is pretty much dead even when they're coming to each other. Oh, Tyler was a little bit fast going into that jump. He had to slam on the brakes. Got to make up some ground now. The outside seemed to be a little bit slower than the inside. So if you're pretty much where we just saw them, you're pretty dead even. But Tyler's hauling it right now. They are close. Tyler's got the lead, but Black Pearl had a little bit of a sky wheelie over the jump, and Gravedigger with the win. That's a good race and a close finish, but at the end of the day, it was Tyler Meninga with the victory. All All right, the next pairing, we've got the two team captains, Tom Meents and Max D. Fire, taking on Scott Buetow and El Toro Loco Ice. Tom Meents has had so many amazing races in this building. He's won multiple racing championships. This was one of the final, no, this was the final event at Sam Boyd Stadium ever. Not sure if we will ever see Monster Jam back. I hope we do. I think we might. It would be really cool if Monster Jam goes back to Sam Boyd Stadium. Sam Boyd Stadium should be opening again for business within the next year or so. So there's a chance. There's always a chance. It was really a shame that no one really came to this event, though. It was much more filled on Saturday. The Friday night really didn't do well. Tom Meents is way behind right now. Scott Buetow's got himself a nice lead. Tom Meents going to have to make up some big ground here. Now, we do know that the inside track's a little bit faster than the outside one, but Scott Buetow had himself a hefty lead. Tom trying to book it through this final turn. They're dead even over the jump. Who's going to win the foot race? It's El Toro Loco. When you come over that jump, you've got to go as fast as you can because you never know where your opponent is. Scott Buetow with a bit of an upset there, winning that race. Now in the next race we have in the near lane, we have Northern Nightmare. That's Cam McQueen. His opponent will be Colton Eichelberger in Max D. Monster Jam's only ever done 2 all-star-like events, and they are so much fun. I wish they did them more often because they are really, really cool. Such a neat idea, and I wish they did them every year. I feel like it would be very successful for Monster Jam if they did something like this every year. We saw one last year, but not this year, which was too bad because I really would have loved to see it this year. Right now, it seems like Colton Eichelberger's got a lead, and Cam McQueen did not help himself by kind of just dropping right over that ramp. You've really got to run your own race and go as fast as you can because you never know where your opponent is. They kind of made themselves a little bit closer now. Cam McQueen went over the jump a little faster. It's going to be tight, but it's Colton Eichelberger. Northern Nightmare did not get the favorable landing. So Max D advances into the next round. Now 8 Trucks did have to get a bye into the next round of racing. If you were here for my instructional lecture on how the buys go, well, there were 24 trucks. I actually think they might have only picked 16 to do racing. I don't really remember, to be completely honest. It was either 16 did racing or they did 8 trucks. Or they did 8 trucks advancing. I don't really remember, unfortunately. Barney Moose Hour and Zombie will now take on John Gordon and Bad Company. We've got a Fire and Ice body battle here. Loved the Bad Company ice job, paint job. This was one of my favorites. I feel like, that'll make for a cool ranking video. Ranking the Fire and Ice bodies? Oh, that would be really great. I think that's a good idea. I could do it with the Nitro and Neon as well. Ranking Superstar Challenge bodies. Yeah, I'm on to something there. I gotta remember to write that down into my ideas list, because I do have a list of ideas that I want to get done. Bad Company's got a bit of a lead right now, and he's trying to hold it to the end, and he does. You really know who's going to win the race based on that jump. A lot of people, everyone who's been in the lead going over that jump has won the race. Nobody has come from behind after that, so we'll see if that continues. Now the next race here, I remember there were 8 trucks that got a bye run in round 2, specifically because of this race, as we have Lindsay Reed and Scooby-Doo taking on Kristen Anderson and Gravedigger. I remember because they set it up this way that no matter what, whoever won this race would take on Brandon Mahan, so there was guaranteed to be a female driver making it to the 3rd round of racing, so that clears up that. Now I remember. So yes, every truck did run in this race. Also, a lot of people probably wondering, why is there a commentary being done on a Tuesday and Wednesday this week, or actually it would be Wednesday, Thursday. Well, the reason for that is because I'm testing out, just posting at different days of the week to see if people like them a little bit, if people get more viewership on them throughout the week. I don't know how well it's going to work, but we're going to see if these videos do better than my normal ones do. Well, then we're going to try something different and move on with that going forward. So Gravedigger Ice got a big win there. Lindsay Reed taken out in round number 1. Kristen Anderson advances to round number 2. Our next pairing, oh, this is a fun one. That's Ryan Anderson and Son of a Digger, and it looks like his opponent is Tyler Meninga in Gravedigger. I'm really not sure there. I don't think Adam's on I'm pretty sure, yeah, Adam's on Team Ice. So, oh no, Adam's on Team Fire, so this is Adam Anderson. Unless Adam got the bye run in round 2, which, I don't know. We're watching Gravedigger versus Ryan Anderson. That's the tough thing with these bodies, you know, I never could tell. I know that that's Ryan Anderson, though. Regardless, it's a pretty good race. Ryan is hauling ass throughout that final corner, really trying to get it done. Oh, they're dead even over this jump. Who's going to get it done? Oh, it's so close, but Ryan Anderson wins the race and takes down Gravedigger. Let me see if I can find the racing bracket here. I want to see who it was. Our next race, Neil Elliott and Max D. Ice takes on Corey Earl and Megalodon Fire. It was Adam Anderson. It was, in fact, Adam Anderson, which I love. So that was great. That was Adam Anderson. I should have looked beforehand, but I'm a bozo. I also am a little bit thrown off with the way I describe the dates of the shows because I'm recording this commentary on October 24th, and it's not being posted until like November 7th. So I'm a little all over the place. Oh my! Look at the air from Megalodon. It's going to cost him the race, though. What did Corey Rummel do that for? He would have won if he didn't do that. So Neil Elliott advances. Dragon Ice, Dragon Ice John Zimmer will take on Heavy D in Brodozer now. Ooh, Brodozer did not get a good jump off the line there. But yeah, I forgot that I've already probably posted 2 videos this week, so I apologize, and probably have already talked about it in one of them. So I apologize if I have done that and I completely did not mention any of this because it absolutely, I probably have mentioned it and you're probably sick and tired of hearing it by now. I also am trying to talk a lot because that music is really loud and I prefer not to get copyrighted for this video as John Zimmer is trying to get a big win over Heavy D. Where's Heavy D at? Oh, they're tight. Oh, they're really tight. Can Heavy D pull it off? He's a little bit close to the jump. I don't know. I don't know if that's a penalty or not. It is a penalty. So, that means that Dragon Ice is your winner. Wow. All right, this is Tyler Menninga and Gravedigger taking on Bryce Kenny, Great Clips, Mohawk Warrior. Wow. So you have to, you can't use that ramp as assistance. That is a full penalty. I love this Mohawk Warrior fire paint job with the flame Mohawk. Seems like Tyler's got a lead right now. Let's see if he can hold it. Of course, the music starts picking up. The second I start drinking water, I should have known better. Yep, Tyler's got a lead right now, and that is going to be all Gravedigger in this race. Unfortunately, Mohawk Warrior couldn't get it done. Next race, we have Todd the Duke in Monster Energy taking on Scott Buto in El Toro Loco Ice. I love how I'm doing I did all these fun transitions in between each race. I was just so... It was 2019, I was feeling fancy and, you know, did the thing. Back when I was editing everything on iMovie. I did everything on iMovie. Oh no, I'm sorry, no it wasn't. This was on my Movavi video editor. I remember I paid for a Movavi video editor subscription. Now I just use Premiere. It makes my life a lot easier. Monster Energy trying to win the race. Todd really going pretty quick over that jump, and that's what's going to help him win the race. They were pretty close, but Todd got a little bit more speed over that jump, and sometimes you got to commit to that, and it won him the race. Now Colton Eichelberger and Max D will take on Cody Saucier in Monster Energy. Man, remember back when Scott Jordan was a host? Scott Jordan was such a good host. He really was. Everyone who hates on Scott Jordan, I just don't get it. He's got a really good voice. He's very passionate about what he does. The man loves monster trucks, and he takes it very seriously what he does. Oh, they're playing a Trey in the background. I love that. That's very fun. Cody Saucier looking quick, and he's got himself a big lead right now as Max D trying to make up the ground. You can tell if the one truck has crossed the finish line before that other truck is even over the ramp, or even at the ramp, it's over. Or at least it's a pretty big deficit. And I think we're going to see here in a moment that Cody's got a big lead. And yes, we do. Colton Eichelberger, nothing he could do to win that race. Just was slower than Monster Energy. Cody Saucier advances to the next round. As much as I love this idea for racing, it wasn't as exciting as a lot of us hoped it would be. John Gordon and Bad Company Ice taking on Jim Kohler and Avenger Fire next. But I'm all for different ideas for racing. I love changing up racing tracks. These are cool monster trucks. Let them race in different ways. I feel like that is a fun way of doing it. Jim Kohler, does he have a lead right now? I think he might. I think Jim Kohler's beating John Gordon right now. Will he be able to seal the deal outside? We'll find out. As we see, man, you can hear Jim Kohler's exhaust from inside the stadium. That's really cool. Oh, they're really close. John Gordon did make up the ground. Who's going to win it at the end? Oh, it's John Gordon and Bad Company. It's all about the landing. Jim Kohler landed a little bit too hard, and it slowed him down, and that gave the win to John Gordon. Now we look at the beautiful Gravedigger Ice, driven by Kristen Anderson, and her opponent will be Brianna Mahan and Whiplash. If you saw my ranking Gravediggers paint jobs, this truck was one of my favorites, and it is a beauty. If you didn't see that video, you should, because I ranked every Gravedigger paint job from worst to best. Some surprises in there, and you also get to relive all the beautiful Gravedigger paint jobs from throughout the years. Got a pretty close race right now. Kristen didn't really nail that jump, but hitting it like that allowed her to be really tight in this race right now. She's got a chance of winning it and moving on to the third round. But will Brianna Mahan and the other blue truck be able to pull it away? Oh, they're very close. Very close, but Kristen hits the jump a little harder. Oh, that's going to cost her the race. Brianna Mahan had a bit of a lead over the ramp, and Kristen had to commit to it. Unfortunately, didn't commit very well. Whiplash will move on into the next round, and I do yet another fun transition. Camden Murphy and the Bakugan Dragonoid will now take on Ryan Anderson in Son of a Digger. They've got green. Oh, Camden Murphy's transmission isn't working. Oh, tough break for Camden Murphy. Looks like it's going to be all Ryan Anderson here in this race. Even if Camden's transmission comes back to life. Man, Camden's transmissions have cost him some major race wins in his career. It cost him the racing championship in 2022. Nope, 2023, sorry. Against Tristan England in the final round. How could I forget? It was my favorite racing championship of all time because Tristan England won. Alright, so they're restaging Son of a Digger here so that he can get a time. So we're going to watch Ryan Anderson run for time, because timing matters, you know. You've got to get that lane choice in an event like this. It is important. Every point matters. At the end of the day, every point is going to tally up, and the winner will be the team that has the most points. So, oh look, there's Eric Stern. He's 3 people to my right. That's fun. Hi, Eric. I got to chat with Eric Stern a little bit in Glendale just about a month ago. Really nice guy. Man, Ryan is going very aggressive in this race, considering it matters not at all to him if he wins it or not, because he's going to win no matter what. Continuing along, we've got John Zimmer and Dragon Ice taking on Neil Elliott in Max D. John Zimmer we will see back in Monster Jam next year in the Arena Tour, driving the Uproar truck with his son John Zimmer Jr. I'm planning on doing some arena commentaries next year. I want to get some of the early weekends, but I don't know how possible that's going to be because we jump right in with all the stadiums. So I'll figure it out. If I've got some free time, I'll do some of those early arenas, and I'm sure I probably will. So you might have a week where you see 7 commentaries, but I'm okay with that. I'm trying to push out the content as much as possible, and I'm hoping next year that we will be getting, like I said in a video prior, that we'll be getting a little bit of a boost in viewership. And Neil Elliott wins that race. Max D taking home the win. I've got some cool videos that are going to be coming out the last 7 days of the year as Gravedigger Adam Anderson. Nope, that's Tyler Menninga. Adam got knocked out by Ryan. Adam Anderson. Can you make up your mind? Tyler Menninga and Gravedigger takes on Todd the Duke and Monster Energy. I'm an idiot. I've got some fun ideas for some videos the last 7 days of the year, and I'm hoping that they will bring in a lot of viewers and subscribers. And if they do that, then we'll hopefully have a little bit more people watching the commentaries next year, so it'll give me more incentive to put out commentaries as many days as possible. Tyler's flying right now. We got a good race on our hands. Oh no, Tyler's on 2 wheels. Ugh. Tough break. That's going to cost him a chance of winning the race, obviously. as Monster Energy is going across the line as your winner. Unfortunate. Tyler was looking fast, and he was really going quickly, but his night ends right there, or at least his racing night ends right there. Now, Bad Company, John Gordon takes out Monster Energy, Cody Saucier. Oh, gotta talk over the music. We don't know what kind of song that is. I don't want you to hear it. I do like that song a lot. I mentioned before that they were playing Atreyu, but you couldn't hear it, so that's okay. But I don't want to be pointing out songs that I could potentially be getting copyrighted for. Cody Saucier has a huge lead. He was already in the back before John Gordon even got to the finish line. So John Gordon's going to have to pull off another comeback like he did in the last round against Avenger. Will he get it done, though? He's definitely made up the ground a good bit, but Cody Saucier has the lead and wins the race. John Gordon made up as much ground as possible, but lost. I think we're heading into the semifinals soon. I know we're in the final 8 here, as Brianna Mahan and Whiplash will go up against Ryan Anderson, son of a digger. Who will get it done? This would be a major upset for Brianna Mahan if she could pull it out. This entire racing format was just kind of sit back and relax and watch. That's why there's really not much for me to say. Because, quite frankly, there's not much, you know, I can't point out. I mean, they're having smooth races. I'm pointing out the stuff that's happening, but you don't know who's in the lead when, especially when they're outside. And I can tell you right now, Ryan Anderson's about to beat Brianna Mahan with the biggest gap we've seen today. That is, in fact, what just happened. And Ryan Anderson will advance. Now Monster Energy, Todd LeDuc will take on Neil Elliott, Max D. Let's find out what round we're in. This is the semifinals. Great. That's good. Neil Elliott is really dialed in on this track, but so is Todd LeDuc, and they're pretty close, but I think Neil might have a bit of a lead right now. Todd LeDuc kind of going slow, but Todd LeDuc loves cutting this inner track. We'll see who can get it done at the end of the day. I actually don't remember who won racing on this night at all. I think something might have happened in Neil Elliott out there, which is why I showed it. Yeah, so Neil Elliott, something went wrong out there, and Todd LeDuc wins. Not sure what we're going to what happened to Neil Elliott? Maybe they shut him off by accident, so we're going to rerun the race. That's fascinating. All right, so Todd LeDuc got a practice pass. Oh, so Neil Elliott's been shut down again. That's what happened. Neil Elliott's truck couldn't hold power, and I think they couldn't tell if it was shut off or not. They're wanting to make it as fair as possible, but his truck just isn't working. If the truck isn't working, you physically cannot let him, you can't keep rerunning the race. So Todd LeDuc's going to have to go all the way around Max D. It's probably going to cost him his lane choice in the final round. But he doesn't care. He's gonna go out there and he's going to drive in the final round anyway. That's all he cares about. Todd LeDuc made it to the final round back in the Superstar Challenge. So Todd LeDuc, I didn't realize, made it to the final round in both All-Star competitions. That's pretty funny, actually. I didn't remember that. Alrighty. Now, the winner of this race will go to the final round and take on Todd LeDuc. It'll either be Cody Saucier, Todd LeDuc's teammate from Monster Energy, in Monster Energy, or Ryan Anderson and Son of a Digger. Ryan Anderson has looked really good on this track, but so has Cody. These are two very good racers. One of them is going to go to the final round. Something about the feeling of watching my GoPro video, because that's what I filmed these on, was my GoPro. Just gives me a nostalgic Vegas feel. Something about it just gives me that throwback to the beginning of my channel. Oh man, Ryan clipped the wall coming in, and they're very tight, but it's Ryan Anderson with the win, and he's got a flat tire. Ryan popped a tire because he smacked the wall coming through, but it didn't stop him. How about that? That's really funny. Ryan Anderson in Son of a Digger with a pop tire moves on to the finals. The final round of racing. Todd LeDuc and Monster Energy. Ryan Anderson and Son of a Digger. Who will win? Let's find out. We have two world racing champions going head-to-head. Ryan got his wheel replaced in between rounds. That's got to be a tough thing to do. Just, hey, rip off this wheel, throw another one on there. That's pretty wild. but good for them. I mean, they got it done in time. Let's see. This is our final turn of racing. Oh, Ryan's got a lead going over the jump, but Todd the Duke full sends it. Will it work? No. Ryan Anderson and Son of a Digger is your winner of racing here tonight. What a fun racing layout. But at the same time, I wouldn't want to see it again. So let's move on. The next competition of the day is the best trick competition, one that everyone loves. All 24, well, I don't remember if it was all 24 trucks. All 24 trucks have the ability to do their best move out there. Let's see what they do. All right, we're ready for the best trick competition, and I moved spots. I had 2 sets of seats for this event, which was pretty cool. As we start off the best trick competition, this is Lindsay Reed and Scooby-Doo. She's going to try the 8-pack backflip. Landed it very well. Perfect landing. Good for her. She lands it. I said the same thing back-to-back times. That's pretty funny. Now here is John Zimmer in Dragon Ice. Wow, they put a lot of dirt around that ramp over there. John Zimmer, the Dragon Ice truck. Kind of sounds like I'm saying dragging ice when I announce the name of this truck, but I'm not. This is Dragon Ice. I love the best trick competition. It's just so fun because the drivers can do whatever the heck they want. So fun. It's a neat little opportunity. I also had the very cool opportunity to help illustrate what the drivers were going to be doing by being one of the Steel Titans stunt drivers. They asked the Steel Titan Sports League to help out with that, and I was a part of it. It was very fun. Oh my! Tried an 8-pack backflip, and it didn't work at all. Landed very heavy on the roof. I also didn't give a score for the first run, or tell you the score for the first run. I'm sorry. Scooby-Doo. Where's her score? There she is. She got a 6.421. I'm going to go with... I should have given my score first, because now that's influencing my score. I'm going to go with a 6. And then for Dragon Ice, I'm going to go with a 5.8 because he didn't land it, and Dragon Ice got a 4.432 in the actual competition. Here's Corey Rummel and Megalodon.
This is going to be awesome.
He's got it into a wheelie, walking it towards the ramp. Oh, yeah! Full send off the ramp. So that'll do it for Corey Rummel in a Megalodon Fire. Alright, so Corey Rummel, I'm going to go with a 6.3, and the fans gave it a 5.029. So now I also have to give a bit of a disclaimer for this competition. So because of what we did with the Steel Titan Sports League, which I'm very disappointed because it ended up ruining the event as a whole, they played on the video board what the drivers were planning on doing. So like Corey Rummel was planning on doing a front flip. And so when the drivers didn't execute what they were trying to do, their scores were significantly lower. While it might have looked cool, it wasn't what they were trying. Cynthia Gauthier, Monster Mutt Dalmatians up next. I think she was attempting to do a front flip too. Oh, wow. Slammed on the brakes and got it into a stoppie. Very nice. Oh, and she can't save it. I'm going to go with a 7.1 on that because it was a neat little shift. It got a 6.057 from the fans. So here's Barney Musauer and Zombie. So that's exactly what I'm talking about there, where there's nothing you could do because she had the best move we've seen so far, but because the fans were expecting a front flip and she didn't do that, it just didn't work. I love the premise of a best trick competition. Obviously, we got to see it at Superstar Challenge in 2023 where it worked beautifully. But in this format just didn't work. I liked the fact that they were trying to promote Steel Titans, and I obviously loved the fact that I was able to be a part of it and help out with the whole process and know what all the drivers were trying to do before they did them. It just was unfortunately not the greatest execution, but it would have been really cool nonetheless. It would have been. It would have been very cool. I don't remember what Bari was trying to do at all, and he's really driving around a lot in the zombie fire truck. I think he's lined up for the jammer. I hate it. Just something about this competition was really dampened by the fact that you knew the drivers didn't do what they were trying to do, and it severely hurt the scores. I mean, all the scores are so low from this competition so far. For some pretty decent moves, he does a slap wheelie, but he doesn't do anything else, so that's going to be his move, and I'm going to have to go with a 2.3. But I feel like I remember that the drivers could try it again if they wanted to, that they had 2 tries. Yeah, they have 2 tries to do it if they wanted. I forgot.
If you fully attempt it, you get 60 seconds to try.
Oh, okay, I just gave the, I just summarized it. If you didn't nail it the first time, you have 60 full seconds to do your move.
There you go.
He does the slap wheelie, going for the backflip. Oh my, he over-rotated it. You know what, though? For creativity's purposes, I'm going to go with a 7.1 for my score. And the fans gave it a 7.343. So he's your new leader. Now here's Cody Saucier, Monster Energy. Such a cool thing. Love the Superstar Challenge. Love the Best Trick Competition. And think about, I mean, we already saw it last year, the evolution of this competition. As he goes for a bicycle, got it. Oh, no, he didn't even get it on the sidewalls. He just twisted it into the ground, and that I'm going to have to go with a 1.2. I'm not even going to tell you the score because I know it wasn't even close. As Gravedigger Fire comes out next. Charlie Palkin, the Gravedigger Fire. Again, if you missed my ranking Gravedigger paint jobs, I put this below the Gravedigger Ice. I like Gravedigger Ice significantly better. I just feel like this truck would have looked prettier if the orange and red was the base of the paint job as opposed to the complementary colors. And obviously, yes, they do have the, you know, it's the main color, but I wish the black part, you know, the black part of the paint job was what was red or yellow. Excuse me. Looks like his light isn't green yet, so it looks like they're not ready for him to go. But I guess he's just going to go anyway. Or maybe that one light on the side isn't actually working. Doing a stoppie, he didn't really do anything with it. I wouldn't be surprised if he tries it again. You can try another move as well if you want. If you just decide, like, okay, well, that wasn't good. I'm going to... Oh, nope, he decided not to keep going, so I'm going to have to go with 2.7. Gravedigger Fire, what did he get? Ooh, the website reloaded on me. That's, oh my gosh. Okay, I got a 6.1. Here's Scott Buteau and El Toro Loco Ice. I still love the fact that this video got like 430,000 views for some reason. Not complaining about it, but got a lot of views. It's weird to do a commentary on it after the fact, though, like this, because I remember most of it. This is more of like a talking over commentary, because I remember most of this stuff. Going for the corkscrew! Yeah, he doesn't land that, unfortunately. I like the effort from Scott Buteau, but I'm going to give it up. I'm going to have to give that a 6.4. I had to rewire my brain there. He got a 5.6 from the fans. So now Jim Cohen, Avenger Fire, is up next. Love this Avenger Fire. I remember seeing it for the first time, and my eyes just were in awe of how beautiful it was. Oh, is he going to do another lap? How fun. He's just doing another lap for no reason. I completely forgot that he's doing an entire other lap for no reason, because he doesn't do the move on this side of the track at all. He just was like, you know what, let's go around 2 times. He's edging all of us.
What's he doing?
Here comes Jim Kohler. Oh yeah, going for his big air. Oh my god! Such big air. Broke the back left wheel off. Huge air. I mean, he was halfway up the Finley Tower from this perspective. So high. I gotta go with a 7.8. That was really cool. And the fans gave it an 8.613. Nice. Or 8.6. Oh my god, am I having a stroke? 8.618. What is happening to me today? Here's Brianna Mahan and Whiplash. I don't know how many trucks we've done already, but we've got to be close to the halfway point, if not past it already. I missed the Whiplash truck. I'll say it. I missed the Whiplash truck. Brianna Mahan does not fit. I mean, She obviously drove Scooby-Doo for a while, but nothing quite matches up to the Whiplash design. Such a pretty truck. I always loved it. It was tough. It was a tough truck. And ironically enough, the name of her theme song is Tough, which is pretty coincidental. But it's pretty. It was really pretty. She is lining up for the jammer over there. She's got it. Oh, she's got the wheelie cooking. Whoa! Oh my, and she landed it. That was awesome. I mean, wasn't what she was planning on doing at all, but she did a mid-air corkscrew. That was sick. And I'm going to have to go with an 8.8 on that run. She's out of the truck, fired up as she should be, and that was very exciting. The fans gave it a 9.053. She is now in first place. As you see on the video board, look, there's one of the Steel Titans videos. Yeah, see, it was good in concept, and it was a terrible execution. I don't know why none of us thought that idea would be really bad. It just didn't work at all. So Bryce Kenny, as you just saw, is attempting to do a 8-pack backflip in which he turns his rear steer while hitting it and does a corkscrew with it, which is also not how he lined up. He lined up to do a corkscrew. See, the thing is, they gave us a list of what the drivers were attempting, but there was no explanation on exactly how they were going to do it. All we got was corkscrew off the 8-pack. And when we did it the first time, they said, no, actually, I think they're trying to do it this way. And in fact, he was not. So he was not trying to do it the way that we had anticipated at all. And unfortunately, I mean, it's still, let's see how he does. It's just not what we were planning on. Oh my! Didn't work very well. Can he save it? No. Might have broken an axle in the front left there because that truck dug itself right into the ground. I'll go with a 5.0 for that one. Let's see what the fans gave Mohawk Warrior. 4.545. Here's John Gordon at Bad Company Ice. Let's see how he does. Going for that 8-pack. So far, 2 drivers have attempted to hit it. Neither of them have done very well. You might remember John Zimmer earlier in this competition hit it and didn't get anything off of it at all. So we will see if he can nail it.
He's done it before.
Let's see what he can do. Going for the 8-pack. Oh no. Right on the head.
They didn't make it steep enough.
No, they did not. Me from 2019. They did not make it steep enough. I'm going to have to go with the 2.3. The fans went with a 3.886.
I really hope he gets it.
And our next competitor will be Cam McQueen in Northern Nightmare. I don't remember why, but something about this truck, the beadlocks, looked extra cool in this event. I don't know why. But the beadlocks looked very pretty. The black beadlocks. Same they've always run on it, but something about it just looked pretty today. I don't know if they put extra tire shine on them or what, but looks cool. It's always such a funny thing, putting tire shine on monster truck tires. They're going to get ruined. So, full disclosure, Cam McQueen is attempting to do a nose pick backflip, which nobody has ever done still. It's one of those moves you feel like someone would randomly have just done by accident at one point. He is sitting right there on the top of the buses. Love that they had that double bus stack, which would become a triple bus stack the next day. Loved that freestyle track. It's actually really funny because I'm doing this commentary the night after I did my first BeamNG live stream where I drove on the freestyle track from the Superstar Challenge. And that was a fun time. So it's pretty funny that I'm doing this the very next day. So here he goes. He's attempting it, and he failed it miserably. But he does have time to go back and try it again. Now at least he knows how much speed he needs to have and all that jazz. If anyone can nail a move like this, of this caliber, it's Cam McQueen in Northern Nightmare, because this man was really, really talented and created some of the craziest moves of all time. The man who invented the backflip in Monster Jam in competition. Here he goes, trying it. Doesn't nail it very well. Does a nose pick wheelie and combos it into the wheelie. Very nice execution there. But I'm going to have to go with a 7.3 for Northern Nightmare. Obviously not the exact execution you would have liked. The fans went with a 5.589, as here's Heavy D and Brewdozer. Oh, this was funny. So Heavy D was trying to do a consecutive backflip. That was what Heavy D was trying. Let me just put that out there from now. I'm not going to say anything else. Heavy D came into this run saying he was going to attempt a consecutive backflip. That's how I'm going to leave it, and I will let you enjoy the rest. He is making another lap around the track. And here you have it. Heavy D's wonderful consecutive backflip.
Oh, that's not good.
So he, first off, didn't do the move he was trying to do, and he landed on the K-rails over there, or the concrete barriers. That was so funny. I'm going to have to go with a 3.7 for that. The fans gave him a 4.080 because he didn't even try what he was trying to do. Here's Kristen Anderson. Gravedigger. Ice. Ice, ice, baby. Love this paint job. I've said it before. I'm saying it again. Because it is so pretty.
No one's gotten it yet.
No one's really had the best of runs. Brianna Mahan still in first place in my scoring and with the fans. Kristen Anderson lining up for the backflip. Looks like she's going for a corkscrew, by the way she's lining up. I also saw the video before the run started, so I forgot that that's what she was trying to do, though. Oh! She hits the backflip container very poorly, and I'll give her a 4 for effort. The fans gave her a 4.959 for effort. I think this is, yep, this is Tyler Menninga in Gravedigger. Look, there's the Steel Titan Sports League videos on the board. I don't remember which ones I did. I remember that a lot of drivers changed their moves like the day of, and so we had to have someone redo all of them. So I didn't have a lot of mine make it in there, but it was still fun nonetheless. It was a really cool thing to be a part of. I can't say much else though.
Going up there.
Alright, well, he attempted the stop. He wanted to at least test out the ramp. I will say, without going into detail because I'm not allowed, there were a lot of really cool moves that drivers wanted to do that once they saw the track, they decided to do something different. Tyler here going for a stoppie. Now, Tyler Menninga, if you forgot, at the Superstar Challenge last year, did a pretty wild move. Oh, trying the moon flip! Oh, he kind of got it! I mean, it's not fully rotation, but he landed the move, combos the wheelie. That was cool. I like Brianna Mahan's a little bit more, though. I'm going to go with an 8.4 for Tyler Menninga. The fans went with an 8.597, so they kept Brianna Mahan and Whiplash in the lead. I'm not going to look at the video board because I genuinely don't want to know what Colvinar's... Oh, this is the video. That was my video. That's right. I didn't even look at it. That was one of my videos. I forgot that I did that. That's right. I forgot Black Pearl was one of the trucks that I did. So that was my video on the board. That was me driving. Me, Steel Titan Sports League driver. What a time to be alive it was to be a part of the Steel Titan Sports League. For those of you who watched that, I think it still exists. Me and my good buddy Luke Clark were kind of the men who began it. And it was really fun. It blew up for a little while. We were really on top of the world there. Going for the backflip ramp. Oh gosh, he over-rotated it, broke a tie rod. That's too bad. Unfortunately for Colvinar and the Black Pearl, I'm gonna have to settle with a 3.9. The Cole for score. The score for Colvinar. Where is it? Where's the Black Pearl score? Where's the Black Pearl score? I don't see it on here. And there's 24 scores. I'm just not seeing it. It couldn't have been that high. Here's Colton Leichenberger, Max D. Why am I not seeing the Black Pearl score? Oh no, the website reloaded. You pain. That's irritating. Why can't I see Black Pearl? Black Pearl got a 7.9. That's why, because he finished in 6th. Whew, that's terrible. That makes no sense. Alright, so Colton Eichelberger trying to stop E here. Very close to that ramp. Unfortunately, did not land it.
There. You don't have enough
He is
room.
going to have to try something different.
You gotta do it somewhere else.
Listen to me in 2019 trying to provide input to the drivers. Like, I know what I'm talking
You're
about.
off doing it here.
Yeah, I really knew what I was talking about, didn't I? Not at all. Always makes me laugh, and it makes the drivers laugh a lot too when fans try and say what they're doing should be done better in a different way. And sometimes they're right, but most of the time the drivers know what they're doing. They're the ones behind the wheel of the trucks. I used to be one of those people too, trust me. I always used to be like, oh, you just heard me saying you should do it over here instead. That's not going to work. I always felt like I knew better than the drivers. Oh my, throwing it in reverse off of that ramp hit very hard on the nose. I'm going to have to go with a 7.5 for my score for that. That was not the greatest run there for Colton Eichelberger. He got a 6.326 from the fans. Here's Todd the Duke in Monster Energy. Got to be getting close to the end here. We still haven't seen Max D, Neil Elliott, or Tom Meents. We haven't seen Gravedigger from Adam or Ryan's truck.
He's not doing it off of that.
We
one.
also haven't seen Camden Murphy. Is he going for a reverse backflip? I forgot that he did this. Is this what he's doing? I think it is. Ooh. Todd the Duke is one of the first people to ever try the reverse backflip in competition. He wanted to do it so many times. He really, really was keen on figuring out how to land this move. Oh, I gotta talk over the music. I'm gonna get copyrighted for it. Oh, I really hope. Well, thankfully, I've got 2 weeks to fix it if it doesn't happen. Oh, going for the backflip in reverse. I knew he was going to do that. Why did I act so surprised? He didn't land it either, though, which is too bad. I'm going to go with a 5.0 for effort. This is Adam Anderson, Gravedigger. What did Todd get? Todd the Duke got a 4.712. Something about this competition just wasn't very exciting in 2019. It was just a big letdown because no one was doing what they wanted. I will say, though, pretty funny that Adam's coming out after Todd the Duke, because Todd the Duke, is he just going right for it? Yes, he is. Oh, my! I remember what happened, actually. They broke Adam's axle on purpose. They took out the axle so that when he would hit the backflip ramp, it would twist him in the air, and it didn't work very well, unfortunately. Let's say 4.7 for effort. Adam Anderson got a 4.581. That's the closest I've been to being correct. Here's Ryan Anderson and Son of a Digger. But yeah, Adam Anderson, after seeing Todd the Duke, well, Adam Anderson was the first driver to ever complete a reverse backflip in a rear-engine truck. That took place at the Superstar Challenge 4 years after this event in Anaheim, California. So 4 years in the future. Can you believe that? I wonder what's going to happen in the future of this after this commentary. That's going to be really cool that I'll look back on and go, wow, 4 years ago I never would have thought that was going to happen. You never know. Monster Jam's constantly evolving, going for the backflip. Lands it, broke. He's going to hit the backflip again. And put it into a moonwalk. All right, cool. Oh, he comboed it. Oh, flipping over. Oh, can he save it? No. I like the effort from Ryan Anderson, but I'm going to have to settle with an 8.15. I just like Brandon Mahan's run better. I did. Ryan Anderson, the Son of a Digger, got an 8.343 as Tom Meents in Max D comes out next. I know Scott Buteau still has to come out, and Camden Murphy as well, and Neil Elliott. I don't know about anybody else. Let's see what Tom does, shall we? Tom Meents, the professor. Let's be honest, if you're watching this video, you probably remember what Tom did. I'm not going to hide it. That's the thing that's so hard about doing these commentaries. Especially on an event like this, where the best trick competition was just one move, and that was it. It's different to go back and do a World Finals where I don't really remember everything that happened, but when I remember pretty much every move, it's been very difficult to commentate over. I'm doing it for you guys. I'm here, holding out, but this has been very, very challenging for me. Very challenging. I'm doing everything I can to make it as not challenging or not seem challenging at all. So I hope that it's come across that way. I really hope you guys haven't hated the commentary I've done so far, because I'm doing my best at not being challenged by this, but it's been very hard. So I appreciate you all sticking around with me. He's doing the maximum moonwalk. Crazy to think that Tom Meents had been doing this since 2019 and that he still did it in 2023. It was boring in 2019, and it was still boring in 2020, 2021, 2022, and 2023. I will never like this move. But he does go right to the backflip, hits the backflip ramp, and lands a reverse backflip. Man, I was so pumped up when he landed that. That's got to be a 9.1 for me. Phenomenal run out of Tom Meents. The legend, man. Tom Meents, my favorite driver of all time. Gonna miss watching him drive in Monster Jam very badly. The fans only gave him an 8.504, though, which I was very disappointed in. I mean, Brandon Mahan's run was very cool, but Tom Meents' was just way better. That was a frustrating one when Tom didn't take the lead. So next up will be Neil Elliott in Max D. Ice. Oh, I remember what happened. Camden Murphy's clip never made it into the final video. Neil Elliott is the last competitor. He's the last competitor. Because I forgot to put Dragonoid in the video, it's not in the video, which sucks, because Camden did a corkscrew and didn't land it, but he saved it, and it was really cool. But it's not in the video because I forgot. Trying to do the same move he did in the 2019 World Finals. Oh my! Oh, but he stuffed it in. I actually forgot that that's what happened. He had the perfect rotation, but it landed in the perfect spot that it just compressed on itself, and that was the end of the run. So Neil Elliott in Max D got a 6.993, and Brianna Mahan and Whiplash with this awesome move, I will say, super cool, and I loved seeing it live. It was just as exciting to see today. Breathtaking move, but I still think Tom Meents should have won. That'll do it for the All-Star Challenge Friday commentary. Hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you all in the next one.